Okay, so we've applied solvent to all the areas we need to. We've let it sit around 15 or 20 minutes. Now, bam, we hit them with the microfiber cloth and we take out all that solvent and hopefully all that dirt. Okay, and if there's areas that are particularly hard like crevices, you're gonna go bam and you're gonna get your gunsmith's toothbrush out for those dirty ammo teeth, and this will break up the solvent even more so that it can be lifted out with the cloth. You don't have to use microfiber, obviously. You can use an old pair of boxers or a t-shirt or something like that. So you want to apply this to, like I said, all those places that are hard to get in the internal mechanism of the gun, down there in the magazine well, and really as many places as you can. When you're in the internal mechanism, take care not to just go crazy scrubbing in here. You know, you want to treat your gun, you know, and treat your gun well, and it'll treat you well back. And be sure to use that little end. Get into those hard to reach places. You don't need to go everywhere with the big toothbrush. Just those places that are hard to reach that you aren't going to be able to wipe off real easily with the cloth. So check out this slide. I've wiped it off with the rag. See how nice and clean that is? It just looks like the day you bought it. And you get down in there. Okay? That's what you're going for. Now when you got something like the frame with all these internal parts, that's going to be a little more tricky to get down in there with the cloth. Again, we can do something like this and take our jag, get one of these little patches here, put it on the edge, maybe fold it in half to get a little more control, and then we can go down and dry out all these little areas down in here. Hopefully this is on camera for you. It's gonna sop up all that solvent that's still down in there. Okay, where else? Should go down in here. Just turn the cloth over, and the other side will still be clean. These jags are cool because they got a nice sharp tip, so if anything gets caught down in there, really easy to pull out with the tip of this jag. So not only does this dry the gun, but you're cleaning the gun, you know, when you're using a towel or a cloth or anything like that. You know, they say that 90% of your germs are clean from your hands when you dry your hands and not when you're putting soap on them. You know, it's all about the drying. That's gonna get all this stuff to lift up nice and easy. And be really thorough about this part, please, because this is what's actually keeping your gun clean, is how well you can get down in there. Okay, stuff to really pay attention to are these four metal parts of the slide. Those are the contact points for this slide here, and you really want to pay attention to that. Okay, now we're at the barrel. We need to remove the gunk from inside the barrel. We put the solvent in there. So we're going to take our bore brush provided by Glock and we're going to run it through. Never go in there and go back and forth. You'll risk it getting stuck and it's just bad voodoo. So you're going to stick it all the way through there until it pops out the end. And you're going to pull it all the way through. And this is going to loosen all that yucky stuff. Do it about, 5 or 6 times back and forth, okay? Let's see if we can see that. So I've been doing some more work on this barrel. Again, we're gonna put the patch, put the patch right there on the bore. Grab our brush. And jam that sucker through. See how much nicer that looks? Still got some more to go. I'll remove that. And again, you're going to run that through until that comes out perfectly white, and then you are ready to shoot. Okay, so check it out. We have officially got all the fouling off of the weapon. We applied solvent to and let sit and wipe down the slide, the barrel, the recoil spring, and the frame with the internal mechanism. And yeah, now we're ready for lubrication. This is a Glock pistol, so keep that in mind when you're lubricating. Always read your owner's manual, and if you do on any Glock, it'll tell you do not over lubricate, because this is an extremely reliable pistol. The brilliant Austrian engineers over there in in Germany, excuse me, they did a really great job constructing a reliable pistol that needs minimal maintenance. It's kind of the AK-47 of handguns, and as such you really do not need to do that much lubrication, but you do need to do some. I use CLP. This can actually be used also as a solvent if you need to do a really quick cleaning. I use a hop solvent though. So I use this for most of the parts of the gun. I use my finger, and there's going to be some kind of little lube stuck around the rim there. I'm just going to kind of dab it onto my finger like so. And you see how shiny, a little shiny there? I'm just going to do one pat so that it's not that shiny. And then over these frame rails, I'm going to get the tops and the sides of them with a little lube. And that's really all you need to do. You don't need to go on there with a wet patch and get it all lubed up. That is all that you need. Okay? Where else do you need to lube? You need to use that lubey finger. You need to go right here at the end of the barrel, and that's because when this is in the slide, the recoil is going to push that up, and you don't want that much friction there in the inside of that slide. So that's why you put just a tad of lube right there, just enough so it just barely, really nothing at all. Okay, you also want to put a little lube in this barrel lug right there, and for that I'm actually going to have to use a patch, excuse me, just a little tiny bit of lube on there, and just run that through. Okay, boom. That's really all you need to do. Okay, a big mistake that I made when I first started was lubing the inside of the barrel and lubing down here in front of the firing pin. You do not have to do that. In fact, you shouldn't do that, especially on the Glock. What I've been told is that lubrication inside the barrel, when the cartridge is combusting, all of that powder is actually going to turn the powder, and the lubricant will react and create a hard substance in there. And with all that force moving through, it's actually going to wear down that barrel, and it's going to wear it out over time, and you don't want to do that. So if you're like me and you go to the firing range pretty often and you shoot your pistol, what you're going to want to do is keep that barrel dry, okay? And you're going to keep right here by the firing pin dry, and anything that's between where the cartridge is going to rise and be ejected from the pistol, you want to keep that bone dry. There's a difference in the case that you are traveling somewhere or you don't plan on using it for some time. Then just a drop in the barrel and a drop right here on the breech and you'll be great. Okay. Another thing that you want to lube up as well is the rails of this slide here. So because it's kind of a hard crevice in there, I do use a patch with a little bit of oil on it and just run that through one time. Okay. Okay, so there you have it. We've officially cleaned and lubed the Glock 19 pistol. All that we have left to do is basic assembly, add barrel, add recoil spring, right there on the frame, and this is just so easy. You just pull back, okay, and that gun's ready to go. Okay. Thanks for watching my video, YouTube. This has been Ross Protection with number 2 YouTube video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and then you can get what I'm doing on Express. Hope you guys dig it. Thanks.